A veteran serving as a paramedic in San Antonio says his skill set and ability to connect with other vets has been an asset in the city's MIH program.
Leah Durain met one of the families in that program and shares how it's made a dramatic impact in a very short time.
I went through a lot of anxiety, panic attacks, and I was calling the EMS. In 1 month, I called them like 18 times. So they were here every day, every day.
Maria Ledesma says chest pain, shortness of breath, and body aches made her think she was having a heart attack. The retired caterer thought the days ahead would mean relaxing with her husband. Instead, the days filled with hospital visits.
I had severe anxiety. I could not breathe. I was going to pass out and this, and I was sweating and everything. And it's like, I'm dying. I had to go to the hospital. But then when he started coming me down.
Since joining the MIH program in March, Ledesma's daily routine has made a 180. She says finding out paramedic Dion Papoy is a veteran like her husband adds a layer of comfort.
They're great. They know what they're doing. They're very well trained. All of them are, but he's extra special.
Papoy says his military training has proven useful in his role as an MIH paramedic.
Every MIH paramedic should have, the basic traits: bearing, courage, decisiveness, dependability, enthusiasm, endurance, initiative, integrity, judgment, justice, knowledge, loyalty, tact, and unselfishness.
Papoy and the other paramedics say their job isn't for everyone, but for them it's a chance to change lives. Leah Durain, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
That MIH program runs through a referral process. First responders, community partners, and doctors actually refer patients to enroll in the program. The crews also are vital in the response and care for homeless individuals and in the fight against opioids. We have our entire MH series information published on KENS5.com.